Weight gain in marriage,
Yeah.
and how do you deal with it?
What do you do?
Stay tuned.
Hello, everyone. Good
Hi
evening.
guys,
How are you? I am Michelle Easley,
and I'm Rodney.
and we are not
Not
easily
easily broken.
broken. So, we want to talk about weight gain in marriage. Woo! That's a topic, isn't it?
Mm, mm, mm.
Man, because I know I did not look like this when I walked down the aisle 26 years ago.
Yeah, guys, I probably gained in 26 years. I've probably gained about. I'm, I'm debating if I want to tell this. I probably gained over 100 pounds.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
It is really tough. And we just want to talk about how do you deal with it because we know that um, it can be definitely an emotional thing. It can mess with your self confidence. It can change things in the bedroom. It's a lot of things that go along with it. Now, gratefully, I have a husband who loves me,
Right.
and I don't have to worry about him thinking I'm ugly or disgusting because I have gained all the weight that I have gained over these years. And I am in that menopause part of life. So it's difficult. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard to um, lose weight quickly, or even it's just hard. It's stubborn. It doesn't want to come off. It's difficult. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. You get married, you get comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Um, you go to work, you're doing what you're doing, you're just eating, and you're not being active,
Right. Yeah.
and you just gaining weight a little bit, little time, a little bit over time,
Mm.
and next thing you know, you wake up and you don't like the way you look in the mirror.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All of a sudden, uh, all of a sudden, folks is addressing me as Big Rod.
Yeah.
What's up, Big Rod?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm doing all right.
Right. And for him, he was really thin,
Right.
like a long time, right? Like well
Yeah.
into your probably your 30s.
Yeah.
In high school, you were super thin,
Yeah.
and so weight gain for you has been different.
Yeah. I mean, I think because I was so thin, I had a job where I walked a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and so I just got poor eating habits.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. And I had a job where I could eat poor because of the nature of my job.
Mm-hmm.
I walked the whole day, and I wouldn't gain weight. But then I changed jobs, and now I'm sitting all day,
Yeah.
and I kept those same bad habits.
Yeah.
So now I'm shopping in the big and tall section. Listen, the clothes is just not as fly in the big and tall section, and they definitely cost more.
Yeah.
That's a problem,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And for me, I think that, something I say to you all the time is that it's different for women than it is for men. A man can be overweight, and not that he should be, or it's something that's right, but it's for society. A man can be overweight and still not be deemed as unattractive.
Yeah.
And for women, because men are visual, it's we become unattractive. That's what society tells us.
Yeah.
That's not the truth, but that's what society says, is that we're unattractive if you're not a certain weight or a certain size. And so women, I think we really struggle with that, because we're told that you need to be this size, look this way, have this measurement. And then when you don't have that, then it's like, okay, I don't fit the mold. And we know that there are some husbands that really ridicule their wives for gaining weight.
Yeah.
And they don't feel loved and they don't feel accepted and appreciated in their own home because of weight gain, which thank God that's not my story, but that is some women's story. And so that makes it even more difficult when the world is telling you that you need to look a certain way, and then at home you're getting those same messages that you need to look a certain way. Yeah. So it's difficult. We have, I think one thing that has helped, so when we were dating, we would go to the gym together. Mm-hmm. We also would eat bad together, mm-hmm. but we would go to the gym together. And so that was always helpful. And then, like now, fast forward to now, we have done diet plans together, mm-hmm. and it's helpful to have your accountability partner as your spouse. Yeah. Because you could be having a bad day with your eating or following the plan or the program, and I'll text you and be like, hey, yeah. Stay strong today, right. Stay on your program, and that's helpful. And you've told me, like, you just talked me off the ledge, like, yeah. I was getting ready to go eat something bad, and you sent that message, and mm-hmm. that made me not do it, and vice versa. Yeah. You can text me and like, okay, eat well today, or you'll text me about, okay, what are we gonna have for dinner, mm-hmm. because we're trying to stay on this program. Yeah. And so that's helpful. Yeah. That's helpful.
And we hold each other accountable, mm-hmm. and the good, bad, and ugly, right? Yeah. We married for better or for worse. Right. We gained the weight together. Right. And we've lost weight together. Mm-hmm. I've lost over 60 pounds before, mm-hmm. And then we gained it back. Yeah. But the thing about it is, we still have the opportunity to lose weight again. And so that's the beautiful thing about marriage. When you have a spouse that truly loves you, mm-hmm. that you can, gain encouragement, and then you got to find your why, right? Right. The first time I lost weight, it was for her. Mm-hmm. It wasn't even for me, because she has a medical condition, high blood pressure, and I didn't want her to continue to be on those pills, mm-hmm. where it affected her kidneys, and then down the road we on dialysis and things of that nature. So as her husband, her partner, as the leader, the head of the house, I need to lose weight as well. But it wasn't even for me. I said, if I lose weight, if I start losing weight, she's gonna follow. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened, because when I brought that plan to her, she was like, I'm not, nah. But I was getting such great results. Yeah. Yeah. She followed. Yeah. And her blood pressure was perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, and ladies, sometimes, first of all, it's a catch-22 for our husbands. We say, you love me like I am, and do I look good, and all these things. And then, for him to say, okay, I'm going to do this program, I want you to do it with me. And then, of course, in my mind, I'm like, well, I don't need to lose weight. I'm good. Like, and you need to love me for who I am. And he does, but again, with having high blood pressure, we know, excuse me, especially in the African American community, it takes us out. Yeah. And, I've had people in my family, close people in my family, that have passed away because of high blood pressure problems. And so he was looking out for me and my best interest in my health, because we want to live a long time, and we mm-hmm. want to continue to live this life together. Mm-hmm. And so at first I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I don't want to eat like that. I'm not eating like that. Forget it. But then as he got results, like he said, then I was like, okay, I'll try. But I really was like, I'm gonna try, but I don't really want to try. Yeah. So I was doing it kind of grudgingly, which is silly because it was for me. The results that I got were gonna benefit me. But then I did it, and it was good. And so now, we know how to do this thing. But we don't always, of course, we've we've gone back some, and we go forward and we go
You
back
know,
because
we went back all the way.
well,
We
I haven't gone back all the way.
well, I'm not talking about as far as gaining all the weight
Oh,
back.
okay,
Neither
okay.
one of us has gained all our
Yeah,
weight
yeah.
back. But what I'm saying is, in terms of the eating,
Yes, yes.
that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But like we said in another video, we like to have fun, and we like to go on vacation, and we like to eat, and this is something that has carried over into our marriage. When we was dating, we liked to eat, and we would go to all these different restaurants, and all this different stuff, and so that has carried over. But the bottom line is that, and this is something that I just told you, you have to love yourself where you are.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can improve on that if you desire to do that. But first, you have to love yourself where you are. So, me being the size that I am today, I have to love myself where I am.
Yeah.
You being the size you are, you have to love yourself where you are. And then, little by little, you decide to make changes. Now, yeah, I do want to change and I do want to lose weight. But I love Michelle. And so, whether I'm this size or 5 sizes smaller or 2 sizes bigger, I am worthy of love, and I love Michelle, and that's where I start.
Yeah, and I agree 100% with that. You definitely have to love yourself where you are.
Mm-hmm.
You have to figure out your why. As we are about to start this program again, my why is different, right? My why is now it's for me.
Yeah.
And her why is for her.
Right.
Because, like she said, we do want to live as healthy as possible. We want to continue to be able to travel, and do things and not be broken down. A lot of the sickness that we have is based on some of the foods we eat. Are just choices.
Yeah,
it's choices.
Mm-hmm.
And so, as her spouse, I'm looking out for her. She's looking out for me.
Right.
And we're gonna hold each other accountable.
Yeah, and we're gonna do it because we want to grow old together. We broke some generational curses by staying married this long. We know that, our kids know that, and so we want to grow old together. We just celebrated 26 years, and we've already for us to celebrate our 50th wedding anniversary, we'll be this age. Mm-hmm. And so we want to get there. I can say that my grandparents on my dad's side, they celebrated 50 years of marriage. And I don't know if I've seen that since. And so
it's definitely rare.
Yeah.
It's definitely rare. But one thing I did want to say before we end this vlog is this. I think people gain weight for different reasons. Right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
There's emotional eating, which I just did that myself. I just did that not too long ago when one of my friend of mine has passed away at a young age, and I was so distraught by it. I just started eating. And so we have to figure out why do we eat and sabotage ourselves when we know that thing is bad for us.
Right.
I shouldn't be eating pizza and red sauce when I know I got acid reflux. Mm-hmm. Why am I doing that? Mm-hmm. So we have to figure that out too.
Yeah, that's true. Like everything has a root.
Yeah.
So what is the root? And we're not sitting here. The purpose of this is not to tell you to lose weight. We need to lose weight. And we need to lose weight for us. So we're not telling anybody else that they need to lose weight. But there are effects in marriage, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about marriage, and we're talking about things that happen in marriage. And weight gain is something that happens when you're married to some people, not to everybody. And it's something that affects our marriage. It can affect our marriage in adverse ways, depending on how you and your spouse's relationship is. And so that's what we're talking about. We're not telling anybody that they need to lose weight.
And we definitely not experts. So comment below and let us know, how do you deal with weight gain in your marriage? And let's encourage one another.
This is about marriage and strengthening this bond, this relationship that we have. And so we're away right now just to reconnect. And just reconnect, be married, be husband and wife, be Rodney and Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
We appreciate you guys for subscribing to this channel. We ask that you hit the like button,
Yes.
share,
Share.
and we'll see you next time.
All right. Take
All right.
care.
God bless.